We are back on the blue track of Alcide de Villiers Stadium here at the University of Pretoria for the third and final day of the ASA National Track and Field Championships. From a weather perspective, day one was blistering hot, day two was blistering hot. There was a storm brewing at the end of day two, which led to some rain at the start of day three, but there's high humidity. The temperature's looking not too bad. How will that impact on the performances we see on the final day of the ASA Track and Field Championships? We're standing at the podium here where our top athletes ascend once a year at the National Championships. Speaking of ascending to those heights, let's have a look at a quick summary of day one, because from an action perspective, South Africa prides itself as a nation with top athletes with disabilities. And of course, in 2018 at the National Champs, it certainly would be no different. Charles du Toit, that man, arriving at the event as the world record holder in the 100 meters. Could he go one better and change that thing around, of course, with a new record? As far as the women's long jump is concerned, Lanique Prinsloo has become Lanique Bienicke, but the class that she has prevails. Victor Hogan telling us that all he wants to do is compete now that he's back from his ban for doping. At Karena Horn equaled the 100-meter record for women in 2015. She came to Pretoria in fine form. Could she go one better and set a new national mark? That's what day one promised. Let's have a look now at what it delivered and relive the finest moments of the first day.
Well, incorporated in these South African Championships, our Paralympians in action. And in this race, all these athletes competing in different classifications, so not a straight race between these four women. And you will see there various impairments. But on the outside, in lane 6, André Liebenberg, probably the most celebrated of the four ladies in this race. She has won 400-meter gold in the Doha World Championships. None of them really their events, but look out for André Liebenberg on the outside here, running well. Johanna Pretorius running in the T13, which is visually impaired category, also going well. Pretorius there coming through, 12.99 for her. André Liebenberg, T47, her category, right behind her. And of course, like we said, not a straight race between these women. And the two athletes there from the Boland just congratulating each other on a job well done. Megan Crocomp there competed in the T62 category for lower limb with the prosthesis. There are the four women in action. Johanna Pretorius T13, that's visual impairment. Simone Creer in the T38 in lane 4 there, colours of Gauteng North. Megan Crocomp and André Liebenberg right on the outside. And the two women there through the line. Great race by all of them. Johanna Pretorius T13 crossed the line first. Well, these four athletes, each running in their own class, as you can see there by the numbers in brackets. And for most of them, their first competitive outing of 2018. So good run, and everybody seemed quite happy with those times. Well, the 100 meters for men in the mixed para category. What that basically means is these athletes all running in different classifications according to the World Paralympian Association. Look out for Charles du Toit in the T37, double gold in the Rio Paralympics in the 100 and the 400. He's also the world record holder in the 100 meters. Also in this race, Diane Bass going in lane 1 in the T38 category. And Union Sikalwe, good start there by Diane Bass. Union Sikalwe right on his outside, and in lane 7 it's Mpumelelo Nhlongo in the T44 category running well. Charles du Toit coming through there. Looks like he's right next to Diane Bass. The winning time there for Nhlongo, 11.28. A great race by all these men. Charles du Toit very, very close there to Nhlongo and Diane Bass. You can see they're in lane 1, Diane Bass, T38 category, Charles du Toit in lane 6 in the T37. And then Mpumelelo Nhlongo, T44, crossing the line first. These athletes all in different classifications, as we've said. But Charles du Toit, double Rio medalist, a gold medalist rather, looking very good in that race. great run there by Mpumelo Mhlongo for first place, 11.26. Diane Bass winning his personal battle with Union Sekalwe in 5th. But the day belongs to Charles de Toy, a new world record in the T37 category. He betters his own mark of 11.42 by running 11.41 seconds.
Well, this women's long jump should be an intriguing one indeed. Lanique Bieneke, 5-time national championship title she's won. Up against Michelle Ngozo, has got a chance, an outside chance certainly of a medal. But watch out for Zinzi Chabango, 6:33 jumper at her best, still 21 years old, plying her trade. Michaela Wright might fancy a chance. Anita Madika, 6:01 jumper at her best. And Kelly Kingwell, coming back, twice South African junior champion. This should be an intriguing women's long jump affair. So Lanique Bieneke, 3rd attempt. Very consistent with her opening 2 jumps. What did she do with her 3rd? Doesn't get quite the height that she got in her opening 2 jumps. A little flatter this time. Looking for extra distance. Ahead from Lanique Bieneke. Just having a discussion with her coach, coach at Kofsies, the University of the Free State. So how's that for consistency? 6:06, 6:05, 6:06. Well, a fascinating battle developed between Zinzi Chabango and Lanique Bieneke. In the end, Lanique Bieneke with a fine series, all over 6 meters in her jumps, but she could only go beyond Chabango's 6:18 with her 6th and final attempt. Bieneke takes her 6th successive national championships title in the long jump. Chabango takes a fine silver, and Kelly Kingwell, great return for her. She takes bronze. It should be an intense battle in the men's discus today with Johan Skorts among those contenders. But really look out for Vanna Visser, just 20 years old, the 2015 World Youth Champion. He goes head-to-head with Victor Hogan, 6-time South African champion and twice African champion. Jason van Rooyen and Bryn Peter Kemp might fancy their chances for a medal. So too Patrick Diebenhagen. Now the giant that is Victor Hogan. Recently returned from a doping ban. Victor Hogan representing the Boerland. Excellent technique. And a man who's already gone beyond the 60-meter mark and lays down a marker. A genuine challenge to all those in the men's discus. Victor Hogan has gone over 60 meters with his opening effort. Stands 1.98 meter does Victor Hogan. He's 125 kilograms of nearly all muscle. Well, great news for Boerland in the men's discus. The Marty's training partners, Bryn Peter Kemp and Victor Hogan, finishing respectively 3rd and 1st. Victor Hogan with an enormous, massive opening throw, 61.42 meters. Nobody challenged him. Werner Visser, though, with a fine silver, 64.96. And Bryn Peter Kemp, his very last throw, clinched him the bronze from Patrick Diebenhagen.
Tweede semifinale in die vroue 100 meter. Carina Horn. Carina Horn, die verdedigende SA kampioen, is in baan 5. Nabila Parker, ook 'n voormalige SA kampioen in baan 4. Tamsin Thomas, hardloop in die klere van Sentraal Gauteng in baan 6. Horn 11.35 in die eindene. 11.35 vir Horn, was goed in die eindene, maar sy het gesien hoe hardloop te boog maar toe 11.30. Ek dink Carina Horn gaan hier 'n punt wil bewys en dit lyk ook so. Sy hardloop baie vinnig hier, Carina Horn. Sy gaan deurkom in 11.05. Dis moontlik 'n nuwe SA rekord vir Carina Horn. Die SA rekord is 11.06 en dit is gedeel tussen haar en Yvette Klerk. En dit lyk moontlik dat Carina Horn dalk 'n nuwe SA rekord hier gehardloop het. Ons sal moet wag vir die windlesing en ook vir die die amptelike tyd. Maar Carina Horn 7.09 gehardloop oor 60 meter binnenshuis. SA rekord vir haar daar. En hier lyk dit of sy dalk 'n SA rekord gehardloop het. Die tyd is 11.03 sekondes. Dit is afgerond na 11.03. Lyk na 'n nuwe SA rekord vir Carina Horn daar. Net die windlesing bevestig. Ek dink die wind is reg. Die tyd is 11.05 op die horlosie, maar ek het gehoor hier dis afgerond na 11.03 sekondes vir Carina Horn en die Wette Klerk se name is van die rekordboek af van die 100 meter. Well, the wind was confirmed at 0 meters per second, so that national record of Carina Horn will be ratified at 11.03 seconds. Amazing run by her. Tebogo Mamatu very close to her heat time, and a new personal best for Cassidy Williamson there in third. Those are the 8 ladies through to the 100 meters final.
Day 2 of the SA Track and Field Championships opened itself up to a whole host of field events where some oldies but goodies were looking to defend their titles and some new faces were looking to plant themselves on the track and field map. Now, from an action perspective, Orazio Cremona has been dominating shot with the man who consistently has been throwing over 20. How would he fare in his final? Khotso Mokoena looking for a 9th national title in the 200-meter semi-finals. There was every hope in the blistering heat of a good time. Clarence Munyai made sure of that. And of course, looking at some of the other events taking place, Chris Harmse was looking for a 23rd national title. He was here with his protege and rival Tsepang Maketa. And of course, the duel between the likes of Chris Moleya and Brayton Poole in the high jump would deliver fine action. But in the 100 meters, Day 2 would deliver a brand new champion for both men and women. What sort of surprises were in store for those races? So those are the questions around Day 2. Time to provide you with the answers. Let's go straight to the action from the second day of the Track and Field National Championships.
Well, competing at home, Tumelo Tahe might fancy his chances here in the men's shot put, but certainly the names to look out for would include the legend that is Birger Lamprecht, a man who's been competing internationally since 1992. Orazio Cremona is undoubtedly the favorite. He's won the last 6 consecutive national championships, and indeed watch out the young talent that is Carl Bluchnoot. So men's shot put. There are a couple of big lads in South Africa, and this is the biggest of the lot at the moment. Orazio Cremona, 6-time national champion. And that'll be around about the 20-meter mark, maybe just beyond that. He's only one of 2 South Africans ever to go beyond 21 meters, Orazio Cremona, the other being Janus Roberts, of course, who still holds the national record. And Orazio Cremona going for his 7th consecutive national title in the men's shot put. Well, Carl Bluchnoot might have had hope of a medal. 19.19 meters he threw just 2 weeks ago, but battled to get over the 18-meter mark. Jason van Rooyen and Birger Lamprecht battled for that silver. In the end, it is the man who turns 45 next month, Birger Lamprecht, the 98 Commonwealth Games champion, who claims the silver. But Orazio Cremona, a momentous 7th successive men's shot put title. This then the start list for the men's triple jump. That should be an intriguing final amongst those in contention. Just 19 years old, Junior Mpefu, man who claimed the bronze at last year's national championships, up against, amongst others, Mohoswa and indeed Khotso Mokoena, an 11-time champion between long jump and triple jump, going for his 6th triple jump title. Menzies Mthembu, he's one to watch as well, the 2016 national champion. Khotso Mokoena. In 2008 at the Beijing Olympic Games, he was South Africa's only medalist. He finished silver in the men's long jump. Now 33 years old, but he's competing. He's seen him span over a decade on the international stage. That's a good-looking jump. That's a very good-looking jump from Khotso Mokoena. Looking for that 17-meter mark at these championships. He's getting a hug from his coach, a big, big hug. Well, massive 17.09 meters. He has taken every other competitor out of the competition with that leap. It's confirmation of the triple jump results. Khotso Mokoena claims his 12th national title, 6th in the long jump. He's now matched that with 6th triple jump title. Menzies Mthembu, a fine silver medal with 16.12 meters. Junior Mpefu, a bronze medal, 15.84 meters. For the 2nd year in succession, he's a bronze medalist.
The mixed para men's 200 meters, and special interest here, Charles du Toit in the T37 category. That is du Toit. He ran a world record in the 100 meters yesterday in his category, beating his own time of 11.42. He ran 11.41 there, and du Toit going in lane 6. Other athletes, Neon Ndlovu, Mphumelo, Mhlongo, ran very well in the 100. And then also Diane Bass and Ntando Mahlangu. Watch out for Mahlangu on the outside with the prosthesis. He will finish very fast. Diane Bass at the moment. The man in front, T38 category, is Diane Bass. That is for athletes with coordination impairment. Both him and Charles du Toit. Diane Bass coming through here, and Mhlongo finishing fast as expected. Diane Bass 23.06 for Bass. So no world records there. The world record for T38 is 21.82. But nevertheless, a good run there by Diane Bass. And look out, Ntando Mahlangu. And once he gets that momentum going, hard to stop him. And interestingly enough, Ntando Mahlangu, Diane Bass, the winner there. Charles du Toit in his category also the winner, because of course they're all in different classifications. Great run by both those men, in fact by all 5 men in this race. Well, the men in the mixed para 200 all running in different classifications. Diane Base crossing the line first there, but a good run nevertheless by all four of them. First of three semi-finals in the men's 200 meters, and the favorite for the gold medal is probably the man here in lane 5. That's not him, that's Roscoe Engel going in lane 6. Engel having a very good championship, a personal best in the 100. There is our favorite, Clarence Munyai, South African junior record holder with 20.10. He ran an extremely fast heat, 20.23. So the clear favorite here for the title. But first order of business is getting through the semi-finals. Bit of strapping behind the knee there of Munyai, but he ran such a good bend in the heats earlier today. Choosing not to do the 100 at these championships, focusing on his specialist event. We have to mention in lane 4, Thando Dlodlo as well. Lane 2, Futiwani Modumele decided he's had enough and is not contesting the rest of this race. But look at Munyai. He's doing the same as he did in the heats. Clarence Munyai just streaking away from Dlodlo and Engel. Top 2 only secured of a place in the final. Munyai, 19.70. If that is confirmed, then I can't see how it won't be. That will be a new South African junior record, and more than that, a new South African senior record. The senior record belongs to Wade van Niekerk, 19.84. We'll have to wait for the wind reading. The wind is gusting in the stadium. Munyai is hoping and praying that the wind is legal. 2 meters per second will not be legal. And if it's a non-legal wind, it will not be a record, but still that will be the fastest time ever run by a South African, wind legal or not. Well, the wind is 1.5, that's a legal wind, and the time has been rounded down to 19.69 seconds. That is a new South African junior and senior record. In fact, not junior. He's not a junior anymore. That's a new South African senior record for Clarence Munyai. I'm getting a bit excited here about that. 19.69 for that man. There are the qualifiers for the final for the men's 200. But just for now, 7 of them don't really matter, because Clarence Munyai breaks Wade van Niekerk's national record of 19.84 by running 19.69. It's not a junior record. If he ran that 3 months earlier, it would have been. But nevertheless, he becomes the 10th fastest man of all time over the 200 meters, and only 0.01 of Frank Fredericks' African record.
So this is the start list in for the men's hammer throw, and what an exciting lineup it proves, with the likes of Tshepang Makete, the up-and-coming champion who's gone further than anybody else in this year, Bar Allen coming from South Africa, Chris Harmse, 22 consecutive national titles, can he claim a 23rd? Karel Haasbroek also among those in contention. He is currently the African junior champion. So Chris Harmse here at this Tuks Athletics Stadium. The wind starting to pick up, and it's gusting almost into the faces of the hammer throwers. Might not seem like a significant disadvantage, certainly not for a hammer, but it might prove to be. But a 69.31 currently leading is Harmse, and again he sent that out a long way, and that is going to be the new lead. Almost certainly Chris Harmse has sent that out around about the 70-meter mark. 70.62 meters. Wow, that is a mark that very few of the athletes in this field could reach. It's a confirmation then of the hammer throw results. Chris Harmse is remarkably, astonishingly, absolutely sensationally a 23-time national hammer throw champion, all in succession. An effort of 70.60 meters, beating Tshepang Makete into silver. Karel Haasbroek with a fine bronze medal, edging out last year's medalist Ronaldo Freishu. Well, undoubtedly one of the highlights of the field events for this senior and combined National Championships men's high jump. Well, watch out for the likes of Keegan Fourie. He is a previous medalist in this event. Should be looking for another medal here. And Paul Links, another man who's been going regularly over 2 meters 15, should challenge for a medal. Up against the defending champion Chris Muller, and certainly the standout man of 2017 World Youth Champion Brayton Poole. So Chris Muller, second attempt at 2 meters 23. He's had a solid series so far. Oh, and Muller makes it go over. He's in gold medal position now. 2 meters 23 for the defending champion. Long, lanky strides. Gets the vertical height spot on, and has the horizontal velocity to clear the bar without touching it. Consummate clearance from Muller. Well, he must be delighted, having medalled for the first time at a senior national championships. Brayton Poole, and Paul Links with a fine bronze medal, despite the fact that he only cleared 2 meters 15. He'll be disappointed by that. But Chris Muller successfully defends the national high jump title he won last year, despite an injury in the build-up.
Well, here we are to the main events of the evening, the women's 100 meters. There's your start list. The 8 women contesting this race. And in lane 5, Karina Horn, the favorite, 11.03. She ran in the semi-finals for a new national record, eclipsing Yvette de Klerk and her own mark of 11.06. And the crowd have stayed for this event. There is no wind at the moment, but it is a bit chilly for these 100-meter sprinters. There is Tebogo Mamatu. She ran a personal best in the heat of 11.30 in the semi-final. She was a silver medal winner from last year, was Mamatu. And last year's bronze medal winner also in this race in lane 8 is Nabila Parker. Those are the spikes of Karina Horn that ran 11.03 yesterday in the semi-finals for a South African record. In lane 7 there, Rickenet Steenkamp contesting the 100-meter finals instead of the 100-meter hurdles. Well, they're out fast, and fastest of all was Rose Zayi, the birthday girl today. She turned 17, but look at Karina Horn running away here. Tebogo Mamatu chasing. Karina Horn's going to take the title, 11.10, and that is a great time for Horn. We didn't expect her to break her own record. The conditions not as favorable as they were yesterday, and nevertheless Karina Horn posts another very fast time, 11.10 for Karina Horn. And let's sort out the minor placings here as well. Horn started fast, not as fast as Zayi, but it is Tebogo Mamatu chasing Karina Horn all the way. Mamatu's having an excellent season. Look at Cassidy Williamson on the outside in lane 6. She's going to finish ahead of Tamsin Thomas. Thomas 4th last year, 4th again this year. But Cassidy Williamson running a great race, 11.39, the best time for the 19-year-old. Karina Horn, though, South African champion again, to add to her South African record of yesterday. Karina Horn takes the national title. She adds it to a national record in the semi-final. She wins in 11.08. Impressive for Tebogo Mamatu and Cassidy Williamson in silver and bronze, respectively. They both run personal bests. 100-meter men on the track, and chance for Simon Magakwe and Enrico Breintjes to renew their rivalry. Lane 7 is empty. That is because Anaso Jobodwana has withdrawn, and unfortunately Akani Simbine also withdrawn already in the semi-finals, so no defending champion. In fact, none of the defending medalists are returning. Akani Simbine, Wade van Niekerk and Thunder Otto all injured, which gives a chance for Simon Magakwe to regain the title he's won so many times before. But he has to contend with Thunder Dlodlo, the new junior record holder, and of course Enrico Breintjes. Well, the blocks are ready, the athletes are ready for the second time. We've had a false start, and Tembu Monareng, who was in lane 8, is no longer part of this 100 meters final. We turn our attention back to the favorites, Simon Mahakwe, Roscoe Engel, and Enrico Brenkis. This time they're away together. Mahakwe getting a great start there. Engel has a lot of work to do. Tando Dlodlo running well. It's Mahakwe tensing up. Can Brenkis catch him? No, he can't. Simon Mahakwe takes the win. Tando Dlodlo, the youngster, the junior record holder, is going to get the second position. Brenkis only good enough for third. Mahakwe returns to the winning ways he used to show us in the early 2010s. What a race. The time 10.08, but that's of no concern at this stage. It's about a title. The weather tonight not conducive to fast sprinting times. Look at the start that Tando Dlodlo got there, just ahead of Simon Mahakwe. Roscoe Engel was left in the dust. Enrico Brenkis trying his best, but tensing up. And there's your finishers. Did Brenkis get second? I think it's Dlodlo. Simon Mahakwe is delighted with that. The crowd appreciates it. And Simon Mahakwe becomes the national champion for the 7th time in the 100 meters. Nobody else has done that. He wins in 10.07. The impressive youngster Tando Dlodlo gets the silver, and Brenkis gets bronze.
It was wet and cold on day 3, the start of the morning session, delivering all sorts of fine performances from our athletes with disabilities. But on this bend, we'll see the 400-meter final take off this evening. We've got the long jump final with Luvo Manyonga in action. The other corner right there, we'll see Caster Semenya looking to add the 800-meter final to a 1,500-meter glory from day 2. And then it all comes to a head as we crown new champions in the men's and women's 200 meters.
This is then the start list for the women's discus mixed para event. Jane van der Merwe, she's been looking decent, had a very good javelin competition, competing in the F44 classification, up against the likes of Cecilia Skuman, Maria Kombrang, Mandolin Hofman, who's decent in the discus and is just centimeters away from breaking the discus junior world record. Marta Potgieter, 55 years old this month, and Simone Creer, she's a favorite to break her African record today, despite the conditions. Technique right, just tries to get down as low as she can. The discus not rotating much, but it did fly out a decent distance here for young Creer, who's still a grade 7 pupil at Maragon Olympus. Pretoria born, Pretoria raised, competing in her hometown. Just struggling with the conditions, it's wet. Well, 2607. Well, I can tell you that that is a new personal best for Simone Creer. I can tell you as well that in the F38 classification, that is a new Africa record that she's just thrown. Jane van der Merwe. Fourth attempt for van der Merwe. Again, just not getting the discus rotating optimally as she whips it out as far as she possibly can. Decent looking pull by Hofman. Just dragged it slightly.
Two 582. 2582.
So just over the 25-meter mark, 25.82 meters. So this is the start list then for the men's discus throw in the mixed para event. Christoffel Blom, better known as Mani Blom. And he's a man who's top ranked in his classification in the world, the reigning world champion in the F12 classification, taking on the likes of Nicolas Stradom, Emil Burgers and Frederick Furstenberg in this men's discus event. So Frederick Furstenberg, his opening attempt, stands with his toe towards the front of the circle and tries to use that rotation, upper body rotation, to get the discus out.
Two 735. 2735.
Mani Blom trying to keep that discus under his shirt to avoid it getting wet. Preparing for his third attempt, goes with a little higher trajectory here, and again it's looking fairly big. Not the distances he's used to throwing, but that's closer to the 50-meter mark. Trying to find speed in the circle. Just gained a little momentum with that rotation. Regularly over 48 meters.
4556.
Over 45 meters with this effort.
Well, start list for the men's 400-meter hurdles. Kufilwe Mogawane is not there, but Marcus Bormann goes into Constant Pretorius, bronze medal winner from last year in 3. Cornell Fredericks is back in lane 4. Lindsay Hanekom ran brilliantly. in the heats. He goes in 5. Defending champion Leroux Hamman in 6, and 7 times national champion Alje van Zyl in 7. And then the world youth record holder Sokwakana Zazini goes in lane 8. For the final of the men's 400-meter hurdles, and 8 men from Gauteng North here on the outside. Sokwakana Zazini, the world youth champion, and 27 South African youth champion 2017. On his inside in lane 7, Alje van Zyl, 7 times national champion and SA record holder. In lane 6, the defending South African champion Leroux Hamman. Hamman also the fastest man in South Africa this year. Lane 5, Lindsay Hanekom, 2016 SA Open champion. Cornel Fredericks goes in lane 4, 48.14, his best ever. Constant Pretorius, bronze medal winner from last year, in 3, and Marcus Bormann in lane 2. Seven men from Gauteng North in this race, and they're vying for a title that 3 of them have won before. Alje van Zyl starting fast. He's coming up on Soks Zazini. Zazini, of course, broke the world youth record that Alje van Zyl set. And Leroux Hamman also moving up. Zazini responding to van Zyl on the outside. Leroux Hamman, defending champion, also coming up on the shoulder of van Zyl. But look at the inside. It's Constant Pretorius. He's running very, very fast over the first 200. Pretorius has a big lead at the moment here. Constant Pretorius going out for this one. He's got a massive lead over the men behind him. Lindsay Hanekom is chasing. Cornel Fredericks is chasing. Leroux Hamman is coming. Here comes Hanekom. Constant Pretorius is fading. Leroux Hanekom, Soks Zazini on the outside. Lindsay Hanekom takes it. What an amazing run, 49.20. That is close to his personal best. Definitely a season's best for him. He showed the promise in the heats, did Hanekom. He comes and takes his first South African title. He's the SA Open champion from 2016. And now he is the South African champion. But Constant Pretorius did all the running in the beginning. The men behind him chasing. It's Hanekom coming through. Defending champion Leroux Hamman is 3rd. Soks Zazini, the 17-year-old, gets the silver medal. But it's Lindsay Hanekom running the race of his life and becoming South African champion. What a run there by Lindsay Hanekom, 49.17 to take the gold medal. Soks Zazini, the 17-year-old, in 2nd place. It's the national champion of 2017, relegated to bronze. Cornel Fredericks, Constant Pretorius, and Alje van Zyl out of the medals.
Lindsay, just talk to us about the feelings going through you right now as a national champ for the first time.
I always wanted to win this title. As you can see, we have a lot of talented 400-meter hurdlers, so I knew I had to bring my A game to the race in order to win it. I've been struggling with a lot of injuries and niggles, and it kept me away in 2017. But I'm just here right now, and I don't have no words. All I can say is glory to God. That's a testimony of me coming back. I didn't think it was possible. I
need to ask you, what's different this year for you? Because you look more determined, you look fantastic leading up to this final. What's different this year?
What's different for me this year? I saw the athletes compete at the World Champs in London. I also wanted to be there, but due to injuries, I couldn't make it. And my focus was just to go back to training the drawing board, do what I need to do, listen to the coach, come back and execute.
Give us that national championship smile there. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Competing in the F62 classification. Trying to get that discus out beyond 10 meters, Skuman. But difficult with the lack of trunk movement. Trying to use nothing but arm strength to get that discus out. Simone Creer, having set a new Africa record already in this series. Looking to go beyond that still. That's a good looking discus throw. That's a very good pull from her right side. She built up a fair bit of momentum in the circle. Maintained her balance. Let's see. Well, it looked good, but her reaction seems to be one of mild disappointment. Might not be beyond her previous best in the series.
2-6-0-2.
So just over 26 meters, not quite as long as a third round Africa record attempt. Well, some fine performances indeed. Despite the conditions, Simone Kriel with an African record 26.07, her best. And she's still way off from the world record, but she's only 13 years old. What a future. Mandeline Hofman with a decent 25.82. Janne van der Merwe, she'll be pleased with a 19.61. And Marta Botchi did, well, not quite the 14 she wanted to reach, but 13.72. And Cecilia Skuman with a 9.86. Now, Marnie Blom, in his very first World Championships in London last year, became the new world champion in his classification with a massive throw of 51.16 meters, a new championship record it was at the time. It's an Africa record still. Looking to go toward that 50-meter mark here. He's come just short again. Burgers. Final attempt for the young man. That's an infinitely better throw. Good rotation on the discus. And that should be beyond the 30-meter mark for young Emil Burgers. Result that'll please him. One kilogram discus. Quite flat, but a metal disc. The athletes try to send out as far as they possibly can. That's a great rotation, and that looks to be his best of the series. Well, his fellow competitors seem to like it and already congratulating him for the effort. Nicolas Stredom trying to build as much momentum as he can into the throw. Some serious power from the right, pulled hard with his left. Couple of personal bests in terms of the men's discus mixed para results. Emil Burgers a personal best of over 32.5 meters, with Nicolas Stredom also setting a new personal best. But the star of the show, undoubtedly, Marnie Blom, despite being 4 odd meters off his African record, still a fine performance in the conditions.
400 meter hekkies vir vroue. Die atlete in aksie hier, baan 1, Nicola Gibman, Julie Verkuilen 2, baan 3, Jean-Marie Senekal, 4, Zenay van der Walt, en baan 5, verdedigende SA kampioen Wenda Nel, en dan baan 8, Nikita Germeshuisen. 400 meter hekkies finaal vir vroue, en Wenda Nel gereed om haar titel te verdedig. Haar top 10 tye 54.59, die gemiddeld van Wenda Nel se top 10. Vinniger as enige ander atleet se persoonlike beste in Suid-Afrika. Wenda Nel wat gister 54.96 gehardloop het in die semifinaal, en sy sal waarskynlik nie vinniger gaan hier vandag nie. Bietjie koeler as gister, maar Nel wat baie vinnig begin, en Zenay van der Walt wat daar hier jaag. On the outside, it's Nikita Germeshuisen. Unfortunately, lane 6 and 7 are empty. No Khonsi Morake or Giselle Macherman, but it is Wenda Nel with some focus pushing around the bend. On the inside there, Jean-Marie Senekal trying hard, but it is Nel and Zenay van der Walt. Van der Walt not letting Nel go on this one. This could be a surprise. Zenay van der Walt, bronze medal winner from last year, the world youth champion, and she is chasing Wenda Nel all the way. Van der Walt finished quick in the Grand Prix Athletic Series. On the stretch, he's doing the same. Last hurdle, Wenda Nel's got competition here. Zenay van der Walt, but Nel holds on for the win. 55.05. And just look at that smile while. It's a long time since Wenda Nel had anybody next to her over the final hurdle. But Sine van der Walt, what an amazing run. The future of South African 400-meter hurdles is here. Van der Walt, if that last hurdle, she could get it right, she may have moved past Nel, but the strength of Wenda Nel telling in the end. But for Sine van der Walt to finish right next to an Olympic finalist must be such a great feeling. Another title there for Wenda Nel. She's so happy with this one. She had to fight for it, and fight she did. She gets a gold medal. Well, a great race there by Wenda Nel. She had to fight all the way for the win, and fight she did. 55.01 for her. But today is all about the women in second place. Sine van der Walt, a new junior record, eclipsing Myrtle Simpson's 55.74 with a new 55.05.
Wenda, talk to us not only about being champion again, but this race in particular, because this lady next to you pushed you all the way to the line.
Definitely, I really had to run for my money. It was not easy. I knew I had to just stay focused and keep the focus. I could, through every hurdle, I could feel her pushing up closer and closer. So I knew it was all about just keeping the momentum, attacking the hurdles. But this one, she's incredible. A very, very good future ahead of her.
Sine van der Walt, waar het die stamina, die krag vandaan gekom aan die laaste 100 meter?
Ek hardloop in die krag van die Here, so hy het dit vir my gegee om al die pad te druk en die beste van my vermoë te kan hardloop.
Nou, praat net saam met ons oor hoe jy dit ge-experience het, want jy sien Wenda Nel is daar op jou buitekant, jy moet nog 'n bietjie stoot, want sy in die laaste 150 meter is doelgerig op hy lyn. Wat gaan aan in jou kop in daai tyd?
In my kop is dit net om my eie wedloop te hardloop en om te fokus op al 10 my hekkies in my baan, so ek hardloop met my hart uit.
Wenda, to be pushed that way, I mean time-wise, if we look at how you've run so far this year, how you've run in this competition, was it a bit of a surprise for you that you were pushed that hard?
Yes, definitely. When I saw Sine run that 56 just about a week ago, I knew this season is going to be interesting, but I'm really excited as my time for the hurdles are coming closer to the finish. So I'm really happy that there's someone that can keep up the legacy.
Sine die laaste hekkie. Vertel ons net so 'n bietjie van hy laaste hekkie.
My laaste ek het maar gegaan vir dit. My bene was lam, maar ek het opgeslaan, maar dit is alright. Ek het aangegaan.
There we go, ladies, well done. Gold and silver in the women's 400-meter hurdles.
The women's 200-meter final on track now. Chantay van Tonder in lane 1, Lente Pieterse in 2, Robin Haupt in 3, but Justine Palfreman and Tamsin Thomas will fight this out for the gold medal. I think Palfreman will take it. Nabila Parker might have something to say about that as well in lane 6. Kayla Seddon in 7, and Simone Deploy rounding it out in lane 8. 200-meter final on track. Justine Palfreman going in line 5, 23.06 in the semi-finals. And it is immediately Palfreman starting well. So too Robin Haupt. Justine Palfreman already passed Nabila Parker. Parker running 23.76 for a personal best in the semi-finals. But it is Palfreman coming through, not contesting this last year. Silver medal winner from last year, Tamsin Thomas, fighting with Palfreman, but Palfreman holding on, or is she? Tamsin Thomas is fighting, so is Palfreman. 22.99, sub 23. And you can see how happy Justine Palfreman is with that one. It's quite cool here in Pretoria today, and to run a time like that, amazing for the 24-year-old. Tamsin Thomas chasing her the whole way. And for third, it looks like Lente Pieterse in lane 2 may have come through for the bronze medal. She did indeed, ahead of Nabila Parker, and Pieterse will be ecstatic with that as well. But it is Justine Palfreman who takes the gold medal in the women's 200 meters. Great run by Justine Palfreman, getting under 23 seconds. She wins in 22.97. Personal best for Tamsin Thomas in the silver medal position. Also a personal best for Lente Pieterse getting the bronze. And Nabila Parker and Kayla Seddon gets 4th and 5th, but also personal bests for them.
Justine, you were favourite coming into the final here, but it still had to be done.
Yes, it still had to be done. I still had to come out here. It was anybody's chance, and a final to anybody's race.
Sub 23 in these conditions, your thoughts?
I'm so happy. I really wanted to get under 23 again, and I had so much fun doing it. So, yeah, I'm just so grateful.
A lot of emotion, of course, from the other ladies in the race here as well, but there's fantastic camaraderie amongst you guys.
Yes, there is. There always has been. I think it's such a great achievement to even be here, to get to the finals. And for some of us, we've overcome a lot to be here. And yeah, so I think everyone's just grateful and happy for that.
We just saw in the 400-meter hurdles here, the future looking bright because young Zane van der Walt coming through and doing brilliantly. The future of the youngsters in women's sprinting, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it is looking bright. There's people stepping up and they need to take us on, and it's quite exciting to see them actually stepping up to the challenge.
Well done, champion.
Thank you so much.
Well, this is undoubtedly among the most eagerly anticipated of events at this Athletics South Africa Senior and Combined Events Championships. Well, among those in contention for gold certainly will be Zark Visser, a 3-time national champion, and Roosevelt Samai, 2-time African champion, and still the reigning African champion. But he's up against the likes of the reigning world champion, Luva Manyonga, looking for his 2nd successive national championship title. Who will claim gold? It should be a thriller. Now, Zark Visser, bronze medalist from the 2015 National Championships, a 3-time national champion in his own right. The 2014 African champion, beginning his long jump campaign. This in the quest for gold in the final, but he's got a task ahead of him. Boisterous individual, enigmatic character, often smiling. Near perfect in his placement early on. So he wants a big first jump, and he likes it a lot. And that's why at 8:07, well, that'll challenge for a medal. Luva Manyonga. 8:07, the current lead. 8:07, jump by Zark Visser in the first round. This 2nd round jump for Luva Manyonga, who registered no jump in his opening efforts. Trying to get the crowd behind him here. Luva Manyonga, the reigning world champion, 2nd round attempt. It's a decent looking jump. It's a good jump as well. Luva Manyonga, very confident character, and a man who is rightly confident about his prospects of successfully defending the title he won last year. That is perfect. It is perfect. Well, he's interested to see the distance of his 2nd round effort. Oh.
Why there's no hole? There's no hole.
Well, it was just about perfect.
There's no hole.
So it's been called a no jump after closer inspection.
There must be a hole there. Do you have this?
And he is saying it's perhaps the slightest brush of the sole.
I want to review. I'm not going anywhere.
Now, Roosevelt Samai. A big improvement is needed. Roosevelt Samai has only managed a 7.57 m. He had 2 no jumps and then needed to take his mark back some distance to try to get a legal jump in. Hoping to challenge Luvo Manyonga for the gold medal. He's got the potential to jump the distance that will challenge Manyonga. What can he produce here, Roosevelt Samai? Well, he gets the white flag. This will be an improvement on that 7.57. But will it be challenging for the gold medal? Much better on the takeoff board this time from Samai, who's got such good technique.
Very close. 8:21.
Former triple jumper until a knee operation in 2010, and he is not disappointed. An 8.21 m jump, so 20 centimeters behind Luvo Manyonga, but currently in second position now.
Men's 200 meters on track now. Kyle Appel going in lane 1. World Youth Champion silver medalist from 2015. Thando Dlodlo, the new South African 100-meter junior record holder, is in 2. Roscoe Engels having a great championships in 3. Lux Adams in 4. Shedrick van Wyk in 6. Ruben Els in 7. Tsepo Matsoso in 8. Lane 5, where Clarence Munyai was supposed to be, is empty. Seven men going down to their blocks. You see there the South African record yet to be ratified of Clarence Munyai, 19.69 run in the semi-finals. And very sad not to see Munyai here in the final. That is Thando Dlodlo, youngster, in lane 2. Great start by Lukolo Adams. Roscoe Engel also going well in lane 3. It's the two of them. Thando Dlodlo running well at the moment, but it is Adams and Engel. Roscoe Engel running a great bend here. Shedrick van Wyk is up there. Thando Dlodlo trying his best, but it's Lux Adams coming away with this one. Disqualified last year. Here he is, the South African champion. 20.10. What a time for Adams. His previous best was 20.39. And now he is edging closer to that 20-second mark. He must be so happy with that run. Amazing speed at the end here as he pulls away from the rest of the field. Thando Dlodlo gets another silver medal to add to his 100-meter silver medal. The youngster is just getting better and better with every race he runs. But what a day for Lukolo Adams, winning the men's 200 meters. Excellent run by Lukolo Adams. In the absence of Clarence Munyai, he takes the gold medal, 20.08 personal best for him. Thando Dlodlo just gets better and better. He gets a silver medal and a personal best in 20.41. Roscoe Engel coming through for the bronze and a personal best in 20.44. And the rest of the field all running personal bests, with the exception of Kyle Appel.
Zarkvisser, waiting for the crowd to get behind him. Started off this competition so well with an 8.07. Show me some love, he demands. Show me some love. Searching for that acceleration down the runway here. Zarkvisser trying to add a little height in that leap, and a shake of the head suggests that this is not going to improve on his 8.07 jump from the opening round.
Seven, 8-1.
With a sprawling attempt of him in the air. So not to be his best. 7.81. Roosevelt Samai, his last jump in this men's long jump. The only competitor surely that can go beyond Luvo Manyonga's lead of 8.41 and 8.21 he produced in his 4th round. Roosevelt Samai. inherited his speed from his mother Minnie, who was a hurdler. A rugby player at school, but decided he would focus on the triple jump and long jump beyond that. Looking now to see if he can claim another national title. The two-time national champion, the 2016 African champion, I fear will not beat Luvo Manyonga here. It's gone beyond the 8-meter mark, but it's not gone beyond the 8:41 mark, which means he has not superseded Luvo Manyonga's 8:41. So Luvo Manyonga trying to keep himself warm and limber in what is a rather chilly afternoon, turning into early evening here at the University of Pretoria's Athletics Stadium, the Tuks Athletics Stadium. Luvo Manyonga looking to successfully defend his long jump title at the national championships was the aim. And he has successfully done so. No other competitors remain, but what can he produce with his final effort? Fifth and final attempt by Luvo Manyonga. Can he produce a monster? It's a good jump, it's a big jump, but just how big? I fear it might not improve on his best of 8:41, just drifting in the final stages, trying to get his jump just right. He gets some serious distance. It won't be his best, I suspect. But he is a champion nonetheless. A large crowd that has come to enjoy all the athletics action, including the men's long jump, where Luvo Manyonga, who cuts a very popular figure, is going to celebrate another gold medal in his significant career. Luvo Manyonga, second successive year, he is the South African national champion, the reigning world champion, with a best jump of 8:41. Well, perhaps no surprise, but indeed the reigning world champion has successfully defended his national long jump title. Luvo Manyonga, a leap of 8:41, not his very best, but enough to claim gold by 20 centimeters from Roosevelt Samai, who can't upgrade his silver of last year into a third national title. Zark Visser himself, a three-time national champion, has to settle for bronze following a leap of 8:07.
Luvo, last year it was one jump and you were done. Tonight you had to work a little bit for the title.
Yeah, the setup, first of all, of the national champ was a little bit out because I'm used to just wake up from the hotel, straight to the competition, final, that's it. And I think there was too much distraction around, and also the timing was not perfect for me, but at least I got a gold medal and my SA champ. I'm happy about that.
5,000 meter men on a track now, and a very big field in action here. You see there Jerry Motsao, silver medal in the 1500 meters. He'll be in action here. Joel Monye at the bottom of that list, a 14 minutes 2.05, a 5,000 meter runner. And also look out for Regan Mahwa at the bottom of the list. He won the bronze medal in the 10,000 yesterday. And of course, one of our favorites right at the bottom there as well, Gladwin Mzazi. Nice to see him back, silver medal winner in the 10,000 at these championships. Well, you can see the men there at the start list, or the start line rather, for this men's 5,000 meters. South African record behind the name of Elroy Gelant, 13 minutes and 4 seconds there. Gelant is in this race, or supposed to be in this race. I don't see him there, Dikeledi, the defending champion Gelant. He was struggling in the 10,000 as well a bit, but we'll look out for Elroy Gelant. Jerry Motsao is definitely there in the green on the inside. And I still don't see the defending champion Elroy Gelant in there. And it also doesn't look like there's a full complement of 32 runners there.
I believe that Mzazi as well would want a revenge on what Stephen Mukoka did to him on the first day. Impa he hajwala re sheba o tlo hopolela mohlankana Mzazi hajwala o shebeletse ke bofumahadi le bophalula ha mmo le moradinyana monyenyane ba tlile ba le bararo go tlo tsheetsana. Impa ha re sheba lebelo lena hajwale tjena ya ntseng a hlile a eteletse pele jwalo re batla ho bona hore di tla fella kae. Phenyo Tidi ke yena ya hlileng a ntse a khuthumetse.
Gladwin Mzazi, wat die gelede genoem het, natuurlijk daar die silvermedalje gewen in die 10.000 en hier in die 5.000 is hy in aksie. En van die atlete begin identificeer daar, nummer 228 is Joel Monye, beste van 14 minute 2.5 secondes en hy hardloop voor op die oomblik baie bekend as 'n halfmarathon atleet op die pad en lyk my Monye geniet homself nogal baie daar. Dus hy voorhardloop op sien Regen Magwaai sy naam daaronder. Hy is in die wedloop silvermedalje gewen of liewers bronsmedalje in die 10.000 meter. Marco Bukaritsa ook daar in die veld. Bukaritsa 'n beste tyd van 14 minute 10.48 in die 5.000 meter. For the 5,000 meter men with 2 laps left to go, South African record holder Elroy Galant not in this race, and neither is last year's champion, the Canadian. We need to talk about this, Thabang Mosiako. Defending champion Thabang Mosiako could not attend these championships because he was badly injured after being assaulted outside the University of Potchefstroom campus. And Mosiako in hospital, he was in the ICU, and just all our thoughts go to Thabang Mosiako. It would have been great to see him contest this race and defend his title, and I'm sure he would have been ready to do so, but unfortunately for Mosiako, very badly injured. And let's get back to the race with Joel Monye leading for most of this race, but then this man, Gladwin Mzazi, decided that this race is his to take. Mzazi, a former national champion from 2012 in this event. He's making such a comeback on the track this year, and he took the pace and ran away from the rest of them, except for one man, Jerry Mutsal.
There is no man, there is no father who wants to be seen as nobody to his kids. That is why Mzazi today is up differently, because he came up with the wifey, Lebu Palula, and the young kid, the newborn, and they're probably watching, and screaming along to say, Daddy, you can do it. Impa he halale ki ona wa feta matsao mo teng a shebileng hore jwalo ka o so setse fela mokgatelo ona wa o qetela a hle a nke a etse mohlolo tla hopola hore ka letsatsi la pele la mabilwana ke mo teng re bone Mzazi a di etella pele o fitlela dimitereng tsa o qetela tse ka bang tse 50 fela le ba Steven Mukoka o nka lebelo na ebe sena se ka etsa la tsatsing la kajeno Jerry Mukoka Jerry Motsau kapa yena Mzazi bakeng sa lebelo lena.
Well, Gladwin Mzazi is feeling a sense of deja vu at the moment. In the 10,000 meters, Steven Mukoka outsprinted Mzazi over the last 300 after Mzazi did such a lot of hard work. And here it's Jerry Motsau doing the same thing to Gladwin Mzazi. Mzazi won the silver medal in that 10,000. He's going to get the silver in this 5,000. But Jerry Motsau had the silver in the 1,500. He's going to get a gold right now. And Jerry Motsau is South African 5,000 meter champion, 14:14.10 for Motsau. Mzazi, bridesmaid once again.
Bohlaona Central Gauteng ke bone jwalo Bukariza Marco ile nang ka maemo a boraro a tla tlile ho Mzazi ha ne ka fumana dimitara tsa ho qetela tse 50 fela o ne a ka nnang ka maemo a mabedi empa he ke yena jwalo Motsau wa itsamana ka metal wa Gauta Mzazi nka wa silvera ha yena Bukariza a tla nka metal wa bronze.
Jerry Motsau net te veel spoed vir Gladwin Mzazi op die einde. Daar is sy wendtyd en Motsau het sy hardheid gehardloop en ook al sy energie, maar hy het 'n goue medalje in die 5000 om te voeg by sy silwer in die 1500.
Tabagolo ke o lwanela o ntlafatsa nako empa re bone bahlankana ba lwanela dimetale mo teng 5,000 meters ya bahlankana. Jerry Motsau o itsamaetse ka metale wa Gauta, Gladwin Mzazi a nka metale wa silvera empa he Makwar le nna ke sale ke itholla jalo metale wa bronze.
Jerry Motsau silver in the 1,500, gold in the 5,000 meters. That smile, what does it say to South Africa?
I'm very happy with the win today because I was a bit disappointed yesterday that I got a silver because I was expecting gold medal in the 15 because that's my favorite event. So in the 5K I just came out here and I enjoyed myself and did the best that I could.
2 laps to go. You and Gladwin on your own. At the back there, what was going through your mind in terms of what you needed to do to make sure that you finish first?
Actually, my goal was to reach 4K. If I can reach 4K, then the last kilometer will come on its own because I'm used to doing fast stuff, so it's much easier if I'm still with the guys, about 800 to 1K to go.
Now, the defending champion from last year, Thabang Moseyako, he's, where is he? In Algeria at the moment, I understand. Any words for him in terms of what he had to go through, what he went through a couple of months ago?
It was actually tough and heartbreaking for his part because, I mean, he was coming through the ranks and he was really, really running well. So it's a pity that he got attacked in Poch. So prayers and well wishes for him.
Well, the women's 400 meters on track now, and we see the return of Justine Pelfreman after her 200-meter victory not too long ago. The 3-time national champion going in lane 3. She only got silver medal last year behind Caster Semenya, of course. Caster's winning time 51.60, but Justine Pelfreman vying for her 4th national title. Pelfreman goes in lane 3 on her outside. Marley Viljoen in 4, the 19-year-old Danelle Holton in 5. Watch out for Rory Sangramonye, 2013 national champion. She might spoil Pelfreman's party here in lane 6. If I was a 200, 400 meter runner and I had a choice, I'd rather do the 400 meter before the 200. Unfortunately, Justine Pelfreman not given that choice. She just ran the 200 meter final, winning that in spectacular fashion, and she's starting well in this 400, already onto the shoulder of Marley Viljoen and Danelle Holton. She's moved past both of them. Now she's ranging up on the fast starting Rory Sangramonye. Pelfreman just ahead of Ramonye, but Ramonye is strong. She's going to have something left in this last 200, or is she? Justine Pelfreman is running so well at the moment. She is miles ahead of Rory Sangramonye, and Pelfreman is giving the other runners a class here in how to run a 400 meters. Now it's just about pushing, staying on your toes. Pelfreman will be tired after the 200. She's got such a a gap here. It's Pelfreman against the clock, and 51.34 seconds for Justine Pelfreman. Her personal best is 51.27. That will be her second best time ever, and that after winning a 200 meters about an hour ago. And Justine Pelfreman is back, and she is 400-meter champion for the 4th time, and in spectacular fashion. That is faster than Costa Semenya's winning time of last year, 51.34. Great, awesome run by Justine Pelfreman. Well, a fantastic 400 there by Justine Pelfreman to add to her 200. She does the 200-400 double, 51.31, so close to her personal best. Ariana Nell, great race from her as well, 53.97, and a personal best for Madeleine Viljoen, 54.07, gets the bronze.
Justine, vierde titel vir jou. Hoekom is hierdie een vir jou so emosioneel?
It was really exciting. I rushed on the 200. My legs were a bit tired. I was trying not to go negative. And it's my PB is 51.27. That was 51.34. So I'm finally back to where I need to be. It's just...
Look, you ran the 200. You were pushed to the line in the 200. Did you leave something in the tank specifically for this race?
No, I didn't. But I think something we've planned in my training before my 400 warm-up is to do that 150 in the warm-up. So that was just a bit extra, a bit harder, but it seems to have worked. Yeah. Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Justine.
Well, on this cool evening, who will be crowned the Javelin Women's Champion? Well, there are a number of competitors, but certainly the favourite will be Joanne van Dijk, competitor number 182, the 2015 African Junior Champion, silver medalist in 2017. She'll be up against the likes of Tasman Brits, a former World Youth Champion, and indeed bronze medalist from 2017, Megan Wilke, while Carly Nivenaisen, Leandre Lampert, Maggie Leroux, indeed just 18 years old, among those that'll be looking for personal bests, undoubtedly. Tasman Brits, 47.11 with their opening round effort. World Youth Champion in 2007. She can go well beyond 50 meters and nearly has with this effort. Personal best of 56.55. Tasman Brits. So not improving on her placing. Johanne van Dijk, the 20-year-old from Worcester, favorite for the gold medal here in the absence of Sunette Viljoen. Over 52 meters with her opening round effort, and again she's gone well beyond the 50-meter mark, and that will be a significant improvement on her opening round effort. African Junior Champion of 2015, she finished in that silver medal place behind Sunette Viljoen last year.
...400 meter mans op die baan. Die verdedigende kampioen Pieter Conradie wat aantree in baan 5. Maar hy gaan met uitkyk vir Tapelo Porra in baan 4. Die vinnigste man in Suid-Afrika reeds hierdie jaar. 8 manne op die baan vir hierdie 400 meter finaal. Natuurlik geen Wade van Niekerk nie. Maar die verdedigende kampioen Pieter Conradie in baan 5. Tapelo Porra aan sy binnekant in baan 4. Zakiti Nene vir die jaar 5de in baan 3. Daar die manne heel waarskynlik die 3 wat gaan veg vir die medaljes. Daar is Porra, 45.39 reeds gehardloop hierdie jaar. Baie gelyk weg is al 8 mans, niemand wat op die oomblik vinnig skuif nie, maar hier kom Pieter Conradie op die skouer van Nikki Mareg. Nikki Mareg 2015 en 16 junior kampioen. En dit is Pieter Conradie, die verdedigende senior kampioen wat verby hom skuif. Zakiti Nene, verlede jaar 5de, hardloop goed daar in baan 3. Tapelo Porra, die gunsteling, verlede jaar se bronsmedalje wenner, is in baan 4, maar dis Pieter Conradie wat die veg aanvat hierso. Tapelo Porra het werk om te doen, hy hardloop hierdie jaar baie goed, maar dis Zakiti Nene wat vir Conradie die stryd aan sê. Die 3 manne daar in die middel, Pieter Conradie wat gaan wegkom met 3-1. Porra veg hard, so ook Nene. Maar dit is die verdedigende kampioen of is dit? Conradie wat sukkel, hy kom tog deur. Pieter Conradie, 45.59, net voor Zakiti Nene. Tapelo Porra in die 3de plek. Conradie kan baie gelukkig wees daarmee. Hy wys dat op die groot kampioenskappe is hy die man om te wen. En net voor Zakiti Nene. Nene verlede jaar 5de, hierdie jaar 'n silwer medalje vir hom, maar Pieter Conradie wat sy titel verdedig. Pieter Conradie showing a lot of guts there to defend his title. 45.55 his winning time. A personal best for Zakiti Nene, going under 46 for the first time. 45.63 in the silver medal position. Tapelo Porra also under 46, 45.86. And I have to mention Nikki Marek in 4th place with a personal best, that 46.42.
Peter, to be able to defend your title, how much does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's in the absence of Wade van Niekerk, but still a privilege to defend the title. And yeah, it was a tough race to home straight with Nene next to me, but I could keep it together, but it was good.
Well, just as we were off air now, you were telling me that you weren't sure that you would actually won this race.
Yeah, my eyes were closed. The last 10 meters, I just prayed the last 10 meters to win, but yeah, so I put it through, it's good.
Well, we're looking back at the race now. You moved up the field fairly early. Were you beginning to tire there in that last 100?
Yeah, I was tired. 3 days of running this early this season. Ran 45.5 yesterday. So I felt in my legs, but yeah, it's done now, so I can relax now.
Well done, champion.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Johanne van Dijk preparing for her 4th round effort. Current leader with a 2nd round attempt to 53.41. Can she improve on that here? It's a long release, well short. She gets the white flag. It's out to a similar distance, maybe 53.5 meters at a push. Still had a good half a meter, maybe more to work with for Johanne van Dijk. little under a meter behind the leader, Joanne van Dijk. This is her final effort. Can she claim gold out of the hands of Joanne van Dijk? A big effort. But doesn't quite get it right. And that'll be short of the mark. She concedes the gold. She will leave with silver. So Joanne van Dijk does successfully upgrade her silver from 2017 to gold in 2018. She wins her first national javelin championship with a 53.65 ahead of Megan Wilke, who too upgrades her performance from last year, claims the silver. Tasman Brits getting back to her best, not quite over 50 meters, but claims bronze.
Re lebeletse jwalo bona makgaolakgang a basadi ho 10,000 meters mo teng hara bona tholwana peu o teng ka hara bona le Hanley o teng mme re lebeletse o bona hore na ebe ntwa ena e tla hletswelle pele na jwalo ka ha barwetsana ba kanyana Khutso Makgetha le yena a ikemiseditse mme sheba jwalo Cornel Jubet hore o tla sebetsa jwang.
We join the women's 10,000 meters with 1 lap to go, and Cherise Sims is all by herself at the moment. This race had some interesting developments. Cornelia Hubert, last year's silver medal winner, took the pace out fast, perhaps too fast. She led for the first 3,000 meters. She was then passed by Lesego Mshe. Mshe led for about the next 3,000 meters, and then this lady, Cherise Sims, passed Mshe. And since then, it's all been Cherise Sims. She won the 3,000 meter steeplechase, and now she is on her way to win the 10,000 meters. She will be the first woman in history at the same national championships to win both those events. And Dikeledi, as you said, she looks so relaxed.
Chinchiledi etsahetse ga lebelo lena la 10,000 meters mo teng ka nnete. Cherise Sims ke ena o mmona mono televisioneng ya hao ke ngwanana e leng hore ha tlasa kgatello hohang o shebile fela hore a tle a phethele jwalo ka ha ya jwalo dimitereng tsa hae tse 90 tsa ho qetela.
Cherise Sims wat inkom, sy gaan nog 'n goue medalje wen. Sy het reeds die 3000 meter hindernismedalje. Sy gaan hier die 10,000 meter goue medalje daarby voeg. Die tyd is nie baie vinnig vanaand nie, maar baie gemaklik vir Cherise Sims. Sy kry haar tweede goue medalje van die kampioenskappe. Ons kyk uit Lesego Mshe op die oomblik so wat 200 meter agter die wenner hier, Cherise Sims. En sien hoe gelukkig is sy met die goue medalje.
Hai bontsho sna bonnete ba hore ho etsahetseng ke nnete ho 10,000 meters di results tsa mafumahadi. Cherise Sims o nkile maemo a pele a nka metale wa Gauta, Lesego Mshe a nka metale wa silver, mme Cornelia Leonard ha ke salle morao ke iphumanela metale wa bronze. Empa he barwetsana ba ntse ba ipabola ka magabane. Mpho Mabuza le yena o ile a phethela lebelo ha mmoho le Nokuthula Njangase ba phethetse lebelo la ha o bile boima.
Cherise, this race had 2 leaders before you took control of it. It was a tough night out, yeah?
Yeah, it was quite. 10,000 is a new event for me. I've actually never done it before. So to come out here and just run a PB inland was quite exciting.
Now, you've made a bit of history as well with what you were able to achieve in the steeplechase. Fantastic national champs for you.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised. So steeple's obviously my main event, so I just wanted to smash that. And coming into the 10, I just wasn't expecting anything, so I'm very happy to get the double.
Talk to me about how tough this race was, because if I look at your competitors, they seem to have crossed the line in quite a bit of pain. You look fairly comfortable, fairly relaxed.
I think I just went out with my game plan to start slow. So when everyone went off in the start, I was like, okay, Cherise, just stay calm, run the pace that you want to go out at, and then see what happens.
Conditions here tonight not conducive to the fastest times, but like you said, competitive 10,000 and you go and win it. Your focus on this race in the future?
I think it's something I could consider. I quite enjoyed the 10 today. Actually, I didn't think I would, but I'm really glad I did, so it could be something I'd look at in the future.
Just very quickly, you had a little bit of a chat there with Luzanne at the end of the race. What was that chat all about?
And she spoke to me in the beginning of the race, just wanted to know what pace I was going to go out on today. So I just wanted to check how it went with her, and someone I really look up to. She's someone that I ran a bit with when I was in Bloemfontein, so yeah, I just want all the best for her. She is the world champion in her category, which is amazing.
Well done on the win.
Thank you so much.
Luzanne, 5,000 meter world record holder, 10,000 run here tonight. How did it go for you?
I'm not exactly sure what my time was, but I hope well. I had not an easy race, I would say, but it went well, and thanks to my guide, I think I ran a good race.
The conditions out here tonight made it tough for all the competitors. There were a number of runners who you could see were visibly in pain. Did you go through the same discomfort in this race tonight?
Not really pain, I would say, more just, I don't know, you have good days and bad days, and this was sort of an average day for me. But no, I wasn't going through any pain.
To run here in your classification with all the other senior ladies and be out on your own, how does that feel to you during that race?
It feels good. I think it's a big honor for me to be here, and I was glad that I was selected by Free State. And yeah, it's cool to be able to race with the able bodies. I see it as a challenge.
Future plans for you now, future races?
Wait and see.
The men's 800 meters on track. Defending champion Reinhard van Rensburg goes in lane 6. He's going to have a lot of competition from the other 7 men. It's been very competitive through the semi-finals. And you also see Chepotite, the bronze medal winner from last year. Well, they're away this time. There were a few issues at the start. The man right on the outside, the youth champion in Tutuku Ndimandi, didn't seem to be able to hear the starter. But this time they are away. Nobody's been disqualified. And again, it seems like it's Tiens Ehlers taking the front. He's been extremely gutsy throughout these championships. Running from the front has Ehlers. He has a personal best of 147.16 run in the semi-finals. And he seems determined to push the pace in every single race he runs.
mona tantang e tla gangwa ke le role hobane ha isale matsatsi ana mararo kaofela re bina mabitso a ka reng Themba Madima isale le motho entseng re mmona empa ha jwale tjena se ke yena tlileng a etelletse jwalo lebelo pele jwalo ka ha ba ya jwalo dimitereng tse 400 tsa pele tsa lebelo la bona ba kena jwalo mokgatlelong wa ho qetela illa jwalo bele e hlalosa hore Tineso se ke be wa fetoha ho hang etsa bonnete ba hore o tshwara pace ka mokgwa o e tshwarang ke mang ya tla fumana medale wa Gauta Madima o haufinyana mme haufinyana fela le yena ke Kabelo Mohlosi mo teng Mohlosi re shebileng ho bona hore na ebe medale wa Gauta ona o tla ya kae.
Well, you said it, Tien's pushing the pace, but Kabelo Mohlosi in that semi-final ran a 146.2 off the back of Ehlers' front running, and this time it's Reinhard van Rensburg going past. Van Rensburg's average time of his top 10 races is 146.1, and Kabelo Mohlosi, the second fastest, is a 146.2. So Reinhard van Rensburg should have this, but Chepo Chite definitely didn't read the form book. He is taking on the champion, and Chite won the bronze last year. He's going for gold. Chepo Chite is not letting Van Rensburg intimidate him, and Chepo Chite is going to pass in first place. 146.06 for Chepo Chite. That is a massive personal best for the 21-year-old. What a race by Chite. I'm out of breath here. That was amazing to watch. You think Reinhard van Rensburg would have it, the Rio Olympian, but Chepo Chite just left it all out on the track, and you can see the determination, straining for the line there. What a run.
O bonala hantle hore le ena Jabulani Ngamane o na ikemiseditse empa dintho a di a loka ba Tshepo Tshite o nka jwalo lebelo lena ka 146.06 ke 800 meters final ya banna.
Well, Chepo Chite had the bronze last year. This year he has the gold and a personal best, relegating the defending champion to the silver. Jabulani Ngamane gets the bronze and a personal best as well.
Chepo Chite, what was the race plan here tonight?
I'm really glad to win this race. But first of all, I would like to thank God for the strength, and also like to thank my coach, Bjorn Pulugin, for the long preparation that we've been doing. Coming here, I knew very well that this race is going to be hard. But I just told myself that I knew very well that the last 200 meters or 100 meters, the one who's going to win this race, the one who's going to do a smart move.
When you had the champion of last year in your sights here and you knew you needed to outkick him, your thoughts?
Yeah, it was my first time last year running 800 meters. But I just learned from last year, because came here and knew very well that I must work very hard to defend my bronze medal of last year.
Well, it's one of the races we've all been waiting for, the women's 800 meters, and of course all eyes on lane 5, Caster Semenya. And Semenya, the national record holder, multiple Olympic and world champion, and she showed what she wants to do this year. There she is. She ran 1 minute 58.92 in the semi-finals, and we can't wait to see what she'll try in this race. That's Jenna Lofstrand. Jenna Lofstrand, silver medal winner from last year. She has a best of 2 minutes 1.5. Well, a few gaps in the field. Jera Carstens and Simone Vates not there, but it's all about Caster Semenya, Jenna Lofstrand, and starting fast there, the young 17-year-old Leanne Blake. But Semenya is having nothing. Semenya is going to take the front here. Caster Semenya moving to the front, not as fast as she did in the heats. Lofstrand going with her, and it's going to be a race between those two. Bronze, rather gold and silver from last year, Semenya and Lofstrand, and I'm sure they will repeat that. But Caster Semenya slowly going faster.
Jalo ka di semi-final o motla hopola hore ile ga hlalosa hore ntwa boholo ke ya medale wa silver le wa bronze hobane ho a tsebahala ka nnete ntle le hore mehlolo e ka nna ya qhubela ka ro LC de Villiers hore medale wa Gauta o tla leba kae. Tabakgolo ya Semenya ke yona ya hore na ebe nako ya hae tla bang kae, empa o itse ha ke tla sa kgatello ho hang ke shebane jalo lo ntlafatsa lebelo la ka ba thethela jalo dimetara tsa bona tse makgolo a mane tsa pele tsa ba kgaola khangana 800 meters e leng hona ho mafuma ha di Caster Semenya ke yena ntsa etelletse dintho pele.
Well, it's a 58-second first lap for Semenya. She looks so focused through these championships. She is tactically astute. She knows exactly what she's doing out there. Jenna Lofstrand trying her best to keep up with the South African record holder, but Semenya still opening that gap. It's about 20 meters now between Semenya and Lofstrand, and about another 15 meters between Lofstrand and the rest of the field. Number 4, 1, 2 there is Lisa Kellerman, the 18-year-old trying to run hard. A lot of these athletes in this field quite young, and Semenya now coming around the bend. She's accelerating into the final straight is Caster Semenya. She's trying to get a good time here. The gap getting even bigger and bigger. Semenya showing some of that 400 speed as well. She's going even faster. This is going to be a good time, and it's going to be 1:57.83. It's faster than the heats for Caster Semenya. Under 2 minutes for her. Jenna Lofstrand does get the silver, but it's all about that woman, Caster Semenya, showing the shapes she's in prior to the Commonwealth Games.
Ho tla ba monate dipapading tsa di-Commonwealth ho tloha kgweding e tlang ya Mmesa e tshwara matsatsi a 4. Caster Semenya o nka jwalo lebelo lena ka 1:57.83, mme maemong a bobedi ke sematsatsa sa moatlete wa Afrika Borwa. Ke bua jwalo ka Jenna Lofstrand, maemong a boraro ke Leanne Blake.
Well, Semenya, as is her wont, congratulating all the other competitors. She literally goes to every single one of them and congratulates them after every race, and that is so great to see. Well, this is the result of that women's 800 meters. We just saw Caster Semenya 1:57.80 for the gold. Lofstrand, as we thought, got the silver in a 2:05.82. She won't be happy with that time. Leanne Blake, though, will be very happy with the bronze.
Caster Semenya, the bib says #1. You are #1 in the 800. Yeah, you had a race plan. You stuck it to perfection here tonight again.
I think for us, we stick to the plans. The main thing is to maintain the pace. We went under 60. I had to maintain that, so I wanted to see if I can run 1:57, 1:56. So, yeah.
Faster than the heats, even in these conditions. It means that Caster Semenya is in really good form ahead of the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, of course. I think the plans went according to the plan. So now it's just to go back, rectify mistakes that we have done here in the championship and see what we can do in the Commonwealth.
You keep talking about rectifying mistakes even after the 1500. If you look at it very quickly, where is the improvement going to come from? What sort of things do you need to tweak?
Like I said, it's all about rhythm. We need to maintain the speed. Obviously, in top 5, we are a bit sluggish, towards, second lap. I had to pick up a bit, so that's where we need to rectify, For us, we learn each and every day, when we run. It's no longer about playing games. It's about, performance. So if you want to be perfect, you need to start from here home so people can take you serious.
So going to the Gold Coast, it's going to be gold for Caster Semenya in the 800, 1500.
That's a plan. I cannot say that, but obviously I'm doing for my people, people who support me, my South African people. I feel proud to be a South African, man. So with this, crowd, it's all about them. We're just here to entertain them.
We go to the long relays. The 4x400 meter for women starts us off. 3 teams in action: Athletics Gauteng North A, KwaZulu-Natal, and Athletics Gauteng North B. 3 athletes, the lead-off athletes, getting to their marks. And they start at the 800 meter line, because when there's less or 4 or less relay teams, they run the first bend in lanes and then cut in immediately. That's exactly what these ladies will do, and it is Zane van der Walt starting like a flash. She's already passed the 2 women on her outside. Zane van der Walt really going for this one for Gauteng North A. And she already opened up about a 5-meter gap after 150 meters did Zane van der Walt. She's being tracked there by Shante Finger and Spesihle Mbele. Mbele running very well for KwaZulu-Natal, but they're struggling to keep up with Zane van der Walt. Van der Walt had an excellent weekend, running very well in that 400-meter hurdles. A new personal best for her in that event, 55.05. That's also a national junior record, breaking the 35-year-old mark of Myrtle Simpson set in 1983. And here she is just stretching out that gap. And Zane van der Walt is going to hand over to Marley Viljoen, running the second leg there for Gauteng North A. Gauteng North B is Suandri Meyer And for KwaZulu-Natal Athletics, Samkelisiwe Mthembu.
re lebeletse ho bona hore Samkelisiwe o tla etsang jalo ka ha e le hore ho hlile ho shejuwe mosebetsi o matla mme barwetsana ba ya ho phethela jwalo moo ba tla salwang ke dimitara tse 200 tsa mokgahlelo wa bobedi wa 4x4 mo teng ba shebileng hore ebe na ho tla hle ho phethele sekolo sefe kapa mokgatlo ofe kapa ka hare ho mebala efe ya Afrika Borwa. Empa ha jwale tjena ha re shebe hore ebe jwalo ka ha tla jwalo Gauteng North ke yona ntseng e etelletse jwalo lebelo pele mme KwaZulu-Natal e leka hore e ngwa rapelle empa ho boima ho thata hobane Gauteng North ka nnete ke A le B mokgahlelong mona ha re shebe jwalo ka bafana jwalo kapa ba kena jwalo mokgahlelong wa boraro.
Baie sterk span hier van Gauteng Noord. Janet Seeliger wat nou die stokkie kry. Seeliger net uitgemis op 'n plek in die 400 meter finaal met 'n paar honderdstes van 'n sekondes. Janet Seeliger wat baie goed lyk daar, baie gemaklik, moeilik om voor te hardloop in die aflosse. Dis baie makliker om te jaag van agter en sy word gejaag deur Nicola Gibbon en Nondemiso Khoza. Dis Janet Seeliger gemaklik hardloop deur die 200 meter merk daar. En die gaping nou so wat 20 meter voor die atleet in die tweede plek. Dit is Nicola Gibbon wat hardloop vir Gauteng Noord B. Seeliger wat inkom in die laaste pylvak en nou die laaste 100 meter in die gaping wat een bietjie groter word. En sy gaan nou oorhandig aan Caster Semenya. Semenya sopas die 800 meter voltooi. En hier is sy in aksie in die 4x400 meter aflos.
Tsamaya ke Caster Semenya jwalo ka re bona hore Gauteng North A e neletsane mme Gauteng North B le yona e kena jwalo leetong le KwaZulu-Natal e se e kene jwalo leetong la lona la ho qetela moo teng ho tla phethelwa jwalo 400 meters ya ho qetela ya relay ena mme ka nnete Caster Semenya na ebe ke manyatla kwala sekgeo seo sa hae ebe na ba haufinyana le yena ke bua jwalo ka Gauteng North B ba ka bokgona jwalo hore ba kwale sekgeo kapa KwaZulu-Natal e ka iphumana jwalo e phethela maemong a bobedi tsena tsohle re tlo di tseba hantle ha ile hore 400 meters ena e se e fitletse maphethelong.
Well, Caster Semenya, easy as you like in the front, and she only has 100 meters to go. This is all a training session for Semenya, just finishing an 800 and just stretching that gap over the second place in this 4x400 meter relay. And this is going to be all too easy for Caster Semenya as she crosses through the line in first place. The one good thing about this 4x400 meter relay is every team gets a medal. Athletics Gauteng North the gold, Gauteng North B silver, and KwaZulu-Natal bronze. We go to the 4x400 meter relay for men, and the teams in action: Boland Athletics in 3, Athletics Gauteng North in 4, Central Gauteng Athletics in 5, Gauteng North A in 6, KwaZulu-Natal A in 7, and lane 8 is not there. You can see there the teams in action. That is Offense Mogawane, going to be the lead-off runner for one of these teams. And you can see the teams there from lanes 3 to lane 7. Lane 3 has the Boland team being led off by Linford Maria. The strongest team here to look out for will be Athletics Gauteng North A, and they go in lane 6. In fact, only 4 teams in action here. And that is Offense Mogawane in lane 6, it seems like, for Gauteng North A. Central Gauteng is in lane 5, and lane 4 is Gauteng North B. And lane 3 is team from Boland Athletics. KwaZulu-Natal not there. And Gauteng North A is comfortably in front at this stage. And in the 4x400 meter race, the athletes have to stand inside their changeover zones. They cannot run into it. Boland currently standing outside. And Boland probably should be disqualified there for running into their changeover zone. But they are in second place as the race is. The officials will have to adjudge that. And on the outside, it is the team from Gauteng North A. It looks like it is Tapelo Pora running for them at this stage, and Jaden Flagg for the team of the Boland chasing him all the way.
ba phethela jwalo mokgahlelo ona wa bobedi wa bona wa 4x4 mme thapelo Phora ke ena mathang jwalo ka pele ha Bola ntse le maemong a bobedi o tla hopola hore Phora o tla jwalo hona teng Gauteng North A mme Gauteng Central kapa Central Gauteng e maemong a boraro mme Gauteng North e nngwe e maemong a bone ke ya bobedi mme di fetoha jwalo Cornel Hendricks o tswa Gauteng North A ke ena ya senga etelletse jwalo le pele ha Central Gauteng e neeletsa jwalo Thando Tlotlo hore re bone hore na ntwa ena e tla hlekwa ha ka empa maemong a bobedi e ntse le yona Boland mme Thando Tlotlo o maemong a boraro a emetse jwalo Central Gauteng ha Gauteng North B e le maemong a bone Cornel Hendricks ke ena etelletse jwalo le pele bakeng sa Gauteng North A.
Cornel Isaacs vir die Boland wat daar in die beeld uit hardloop. Thando Tlotlo die 100 meter nasionale junior rekordhouer. Hy werk baie hard in die naweek. 100 gehardloop, 200, 4 by 100 en hier in die 4 by 400 weer. Maar dit is Gauteng Noord A se Cornel Fredericks wat baie goed hardloop hier. Hulle is gemaklik voor. Hy gaan oor hande gaan Andrew Barnes. En dit is Andrew Barnes wat die laaste been gaan hardloop. Weer eens Boland wat buite die sone staan. Geen probleem vir Sentraal Gauteng se oorhandiging of Gauteng Noord B nie. Dit is Andrew Barnes wat hardloop vir die span van Gauteng Noord A. Gejaag word deur Wynand de Tooy vir die Boland.
Andrew Barnes sa o sheba haufinyana le ena Boland team e tla jwalo e maname le hetleng la hae empa ntse le yena ya etelletseng jwalo lebelo pele ha re shebe hore na ha ka ta feta 100 meters na Boland titabe se le hlakoreng la hae hore ba tla ba fete jwalo Gauteng North A hobane Andrew Barnes ya emetseng Gauteng North ke yena ya etelletseng jwalo lebelo pele empa ho bona la sekgeo ntse se kwaleha hanyane ano.
Well, Andrew Barnes, the sports coordinator at the Tiger Valley College here in Pretoria, is going to take home a gold medal to go and show his students. And Boland, perhaps a surprise silver for them. Well, Central Gauteng coming through for the bronze. And unfortunately in fourth place, Gauteng North B. A nice run there by the team from Gauteng North A, being anchored home by Andrew Barnes in a fairly respectable time of 3 minutes 5.41. Well, the final event, the men's 4x400 meter relay, concluding proceedings here. Athletics Gauteng North winning in 3:05.39. Boland Athletics gets the silver. Central Gauteng coming through for the bronze.
So athletes packing up, the technical crew packing up, the fans on their way home, and that of course wraps a fantastic 2018 ASA Senior National Track and Field Championships. We've seen the familiar faces, the familiar names do well in 2018, but into the future, look out for names like Zane van der Walt, look out for names like Thando Tlotlo, and of course Clarence Munyai, who set a new mark in the senior 200 meters right here at the Tuks Stadium. It's been an absolute blast. We'll be back in a couple of days' time, of course, with some more Grand Prix athletics, but for the final time here from ALC de Villiers Stadium in Tshwane, it's a goodbye.